Laman ko paano makakuha ng mataas na score sa essay. So, sundan nyo lang tong tips ko. Number 1, read the instructions carefully. This is one of the biggest test-taking mistakes students make. Hindi yun nilagay ng prof ninyo para lang display. It's there for a purpose and you have to read it. So ngayon, identify ninyo kung ano yung sinasabi sa inyo. In most cases, the prof is looking for specific types of responses. Do you have to compare and contrast? Do you have to discuss the cause and effects? Do you have to evaluate, to analyze, and how many paragraphs? And then, that's what you're going to do. Kailangan appropriate yung sagot sa tanong. Never assume that you already know what you're going to do, because if you did not read the instructions, doon kayo magkakamali. And later nyo lang ma-realize pag naipasa nyo na. 2. Be concise but provide details. Get right into your point but be very clear. If most of the things that you've written there don't make any connection, remove them as it will likely lower your score. Remember, your professors don't have the luxury of time to read long essays. Ang kailangan lang naman nila is yung talagang essence. They're looking for keywords, details, and examples. So, take note if your answer is too long or if it's too short. That's something else. If it's too long, it means there might be some irrelevant information and you might want to weed them out. And if it's too short naman, check if you were able to provide specific details or specific examples to support your answer. Focus on substance and not on quantity. Tip number 3, be organized. Organize your thoughts before answering the essay question. Put together the ideas that belong in the same category and discuss. Let's say you already discussed one topic on your first paragraph. Then in your next paragraph, you will go back again to your previous topic. Don't go around in circles. You can even use a short outline before preparing your answer. Now, if you're going to include general statements, make sure to follow the deductive method. You start with a general statement and follow it up with specific statements by providing examples that are relevant and that would support your answer. Tip number 4, write clearly and legibly. If you think that you have a doctor's handwriting, it's now your time to write legibly. Be sure your essays are legible and easy to understand. This is not like Da Vinci's Code wherein your professors have to crack the code in order for them to understand your handwriting. If they had a difficult time reading or understanding what you've written, you could receive a lower score. Also, do not use red ink or a pencil. Just use black ink. Begin your answer by rephrasing the essay question as a statement. So, the best way to start an essay is to rephrase the question in the form of a statement. Opening your essay this way signals your professor that you have read and understood the question. Rephrasing the question also helps you to stay focused on providing the answer to that question right from the very start. It also helps you stay on topic. 6. Do not plagiarize. It's easy for your professors to know if it's you or not who's talking on the essay. Pagka nagkaroon ng sudden shift of register, if you're using highfalutin words or words that are not commonly used by students, if you're using different font size, different font style, font color, italics, bold, underline, if your professor already read the same syntactic structure with your other classmates' answers, they would know. And it's easy for them. They will just Google it. I'm telling you. So, for your own good and for your own integrity, please do not plagiarize. Tip number 7. Use paragraphs and spaces to separate ideas. So, pag nagde-develop kayo ng essay, always remember, keep the main ideas and other important details separated with paragraphs. If there are 2 to 3 paragraphs in your answer, separate them with a space para madaling basahin. Last but not the least, tip number 8. If meron ka pang time, review your answers and make changes if necessary. So you make sure that you employed correct grammar and that your essays are well written. Make sure that you were able to answer the question accordingly. Sometimes you just decided to answer the question but your answer doesn't really answer the question accordingly. It's not bullseye. And then one thing add ko lang, keywords are important. So, gumamit kayo ng significant words that will help your essay get a good score. Kasi, most of the professors, if they're checking, they're looking for keywords. So, yun. Pag nandun yun, automatic you'll get a score. And those keywords should be related to the lesson. They're just going to check if you learned something or not. So, I hope you learned something by listening to this video. Promote ko na rin po ang aking YouTube channel. Please click subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And also, palike po ng FB page ko, Milet's Online English Class. Yun lang po. Thank you so much and I hope to see you again in my next video. God bless.